Hi there, it's Paul Falstad, the bipolar guy, and my Paul Has Bipolar podcast. I'm really going to try to look over there. Okay. Right now, everybody's having a ton of anxiety. I'm still looking. A ton of anxiety because of the COVID-19 virus, which is totally understandable. I'm affected by it, feeling slightly anxious about it. It's a pervading atmosphere of fear. There we go. Maybe I go there. So most of us are having anxiety. Now, I have bipolar, which can include anxiety. And the reason I'm talking about this today is not only because of the COVID, is because I'm having extreme anxiety lately, and extreme depression lately. So I wanted to talk about it because it's extremely real and pervasive. I have some stuff in my eyes because you can't see it anyways. It's powerful. It's overwhelming, and I can't control it very well. There's things I can do that help calm it, but only temporarily. This is taking over my life right now, and it's scary. It's extremely scary because I can't control it. Remember, I'm an English teacher, and I'm a clinical mental health counseling grad student. I cannot diagnose any problems. I cannot be considered an expert on mental illness. I'm sharing my personal experience with you, so don't take anything I say as a medical diagnosis or medical facts, or just don't rely on me for your help. I'm just speaking as a person with a mental disorder, a mental illness, and trying to share the information and get it out of the dark and take away the shame and the stigma of mental illness. Because we're not stupid, just like a person with heart disease is not stupid, or a person with diabetes is not stupid. They have a medical condition. And I'm thinking crazy. You want to call people with mental illness crazy. That's an old term, and it's a simple way to explain that person's not acting normal, rational, logical, reasonable. And sometimes I'm not. A lot of times I'm not. If you know me, I'm high functioning. You'll probably never know that I'm feeling fearful, anxious, depressed. Now, if you're watching carefully, you'll know when I'm really depressed, because I'm slower in speech. I'm slower in my actions. I move slow. I look like I'm lethargic. I look like I'm about half asleep. It's pretty hard to hide when I'm in a serious, major depressive episode. So, okay. So here's what's going on with me right now, and this is why I at work. I have a new job, and it's highly stressful. It's at Amazon, and it's a production job where we have to be fast, and we're picking an item out of a bin that you ordered, scanning it under a scanner, and putting it in a particular bucket, which we call totes. They're about a 50-gallon yellow bucket. And that has to be done quickly. Right now, they want you to do that whole operation in 7 seconds. I can't do it that fast. There are some people that do it that fast, and they're the superstars. I'm just an average guy in there. I work hard. I really work hard. By the end of the day, I'm usually I'm always exhausted. And this is a 10-hour day. So I'm under physical stress right now that I'm not normally under. As a teacher, I walk around the classroom, and that's about it. I don't chase my kids around the room. It's a little joke. That's a stress. Okay, so anxiety let me give you a definition of anxiety. I shouldn't just be going on. I've got this on the Mayo Clinic website. I'll read this. Mayo Clinic, experiencing, and this is about anxiety, experiencing occasional anxiety is a normal part of life. So everybody gets it. It's ingrained, it's in your biology. However, physiology. However, people with anxiety disorders frequently have intense, excessive, and persistent worry and fear about everyday situations. Me, fearful. Not worry. I'm not worried something's going to happen. Fear is also worry that something's going to happen, but fear is more like this palpable, present sense that you're in danger. And there is no danger around me. I mean, there's stress, and there's a pressure to perform. But there's no danger. I'm not in physical danger. So that's anxiety. You're worried. You feel like you're in danger. I feel like I'm in a jungle, and there's wild animals out there in the distance. I can't see them, but I know they're watching me, and I know they're going to get me if I don't be careful. And it's kind of like if I don't work fast, those lions are going to come and bite me. Often anxiety disorders, and I'm reading again, Mayo Clinic. Often anxiety disorders, sorry, I'm anxious, so I'm clicking my toes. That's just part of the anxiety. Often anxiety disorders involve repeated episodes of sudden feelings of intense anxiety and fear or terror that reach a peak within minutes. Now, this is what's going on with me right now. These feelings of anxiety and panic interfere with daily activities. It's difficult to control, which I already said. So this is verifying what I'm saying. They're out of proportion to the actual danger and can last a long time. Mine are lasting hours at a time, not just a couple minutes. I'm scared. I'm looking around. Oh my God, something's going wrong here. I'm feeling a sense of danger, and I'm afraid I'm going to be hurt. This is hours at a time, and it might be all afternoon. It might be all morning. You may avoid places or situations to prevent these feelings. Symptoms may start during childhood or the teen years and continue to adulthood. Whatever form you may have of anxiety, you can get help. Treatment can help according to Mayo Clinic. Here's symptoms. Here, let me go over and give you a second reliable source, WebMD, which you can go to anytime. Also, Mayo Clinic's online all the time. Again, here, anxiety is a normal, this is WebMD. Anxiety is a normal emotion. It's your brain's way of reacting to stress and alerting you of potential danger ahead. If you're going across the street in Manhattan, and if you've ever been there, you know how scary this could be. The light turns on, you're allowed to walk. But the way traffic goes down there, you're afraid that a taxi cab is just going to run a red light because they're in a super hurry to pick up the next person. Extremely real fear. So the light goes on and you're still feeling this anxiety. So you walk a little faster, your heart may pound a little faster. You look around, you might even sweat if you're really anxious. Okay, so is that unrealistic to be somewhat anxious, fearful about crossing the street in Manhattan? Oh, not really. Now you get, if you live in Manhattan, you're going to learn to deal with that, and you'll learn to suppress it and ignore it. Okay. And think of, okay, so that's a fairly good example. Everyone feels anxious now and then. For example, you may worry when faced with a problem at work. You may worry about COVID-19, about contracting it when you go out. You may worry about bringing it home if you got it from somebody and giving it to your family. You may feel anxious before taking a test. Test anxiety, it's an actual term. Or before making an important decision. These are normal types of anxiety. Anxiety disorders are different. They're a group of mental illnesses that cause constant and overwhelming anxiety and fear. Now, the DSM, this huge diagnostic statistical manual of mental disorders, which is the Bible of mental disorders. This is what, if you have a disorder, it will affect. I find it. I had it here. Yeah. Okay. Symptoms of depression or unpredictability caused by frequent alternations in between periods of depression and hypomania cause clinically significant distress or impairment in social, occupational, or other important areas of functioning for long periods of time. So if you're just feeling anxiety right now and it doesn't go away because of job problems or fear of unemployment or fear of where you're going to get your money for the next rent or house payment, maybe you got an illness. These are normal periods of anxiety. The WebMD says occasional anxiety is okay. A medical disorder or something to seek medical help for, it involves impairment in social, occupational, or other important areas of functioning. It's affecting your life. If that is the case, you should see somebody. And again, I'm not a doctor or a professional. Here's the types. Okay. Generalized anxiety disorder. You feel excessive, unrealistic worry and tension with little or no reason. Right now we have reasons to be anxious, so realize that that's a consideration. It's a factor. Panic disorder, and this is what I've been experiencing. You feel sudden, intense fear that brings on a panic attack. During a panic attack, you may break out in a sweat, have chest pain, and have a pounding heartbeat, all of which I've had. I don't know if I sweat. It's not a physiological reaction for me sweating. I don't sweat a lot unless I'm working. Sometimes you may feel like you're choking or you're having a heart attack. I had this pain in my left side, which is the symptom of a heart attack. It goes down my arm, and it's a sort of a sharp, dullish, but angry pain right in my chest here. And I'm like, God, let's not have a heart attack at work. Also, and I'm not feeling anxious right now, but there's this underlying feeling of anxiety that I can't shake. Social anxiety disorder, social phobia, you're worried about and self-conscious about everyday social situations. You may worry obsessively about being judged or embarrassed or ridiculed. The Mayo Clinic one. Other feelings of anxiety, feeling restless. That's me. I'm like I had 5 cups of coffee. Really. Having a sense of impending danger, panic, or doom. We said that already. This is Mayo Clinic. Having increased heart rate, breathing rapidly, sweating, trembling, feeling weak or tired. Yeah. I'm feeling keyed up. I'm not tired. Trouble concentrating or thinking about anything other than the present worry. It consumes my head. I cannot get it out of my head, and it's in my heart. It's in my body. It's somatic. It's palpable. You feel it. Have trouble sleeping? Nah. With depression, I can sleep pretty good, but I also take meds for sleeping. Gastrointestinal problems. Me. That's me. I have IBS. It's probably due to anxiety. Having difficulty controlling worry. Me. I can't stop it. Having the urge to avoid things that trigger anxiety. Here's the part that I want to show you about. It's not telling me. Oh, here's the one. Social anxiety disorder involves high levels of anxiety, fear, and avoidance of social situations. Due to feelings of embarrassment, I kind of feel like I'm going to do something that's embarrassing, like shout at somebody, cuss at somebody, because that's what's going on in my head. Really angry. Due to feelings of embarrassment, self-consciousness, I feel like people are watching me, and concern about being judged or viewed negatively by others. I feel like I'm being judged for my performance at work. I feel like I'm being judged for my performance at work. Like I'm doing something wrong. I'm inferior. That kind of thing. And also allergies, so I'm always sniffing and rubbing my nose. It doesn't help, Itching does not help. It makes it worse. So stop itching, Paul. Telling myself. So enough about that. I was panicking during work a couple days ago, and I've had panic disorders or panic attacks before, and many of you have. By the way, 20% of people have a mental disorder. So that's a lot. That's 1/5 of people. One out of 5 people have a mental disorder, and 25% of those, about 25%, 24% of those have bipolar. a large bunch. I want to talk about the panic disorder was coming on. I just felt it like rising, like almost I want to throw up. It's rising from your gut into my throat, and it feels like it's taken over. It's almost like one of those, pardon the analogy, because this might get in your head, but it's almost like an alien's in your stomach, and it's crawling up your esophagus, and it's in your throat, and it's going to take over your head. Blah. So it feels like you're out of control. Your body is taken over. Now, a panic attack. We have everyone, you too, I'll open my eyes. Sometimes when people talk and they close their eyes and they're saying, I feel like this is going on, and I don't know about, you know what they're doing? They're afraid to let you see what's happening inside their head. I've seen a couple people do that. I'm like, why are you closing your eyes? You can trust me. I'm not judging you. I don't say that. Okay, so we have a natural, physiologically ingrained response to a survival defense mechanism that is 3 ways. They say 4 ways now. It used to be fight, flight, or freeze. These reactions are programmed into your body. Generally, we do it automatically, one of those 3. I always fought. That got me in a lot of trouble because I'd feel afraid when someone was yelling at me, and I'd be ready to punch them, hurt them. Less now. I don't feel like that. I just want to yell at them, and I often do, which gets me in trouble too. You don't want to yell at people at work. You don't want to be irate, be the guy that's angry and cussing just over the littlest offense. That's me. Hence why I haven't kept jobs for very long. Usually I teach for a year and then I go somewhere else. It's the pattern for me, and I really work at it, but I don't know if I'm ever going to break that. What I was saying, that's part of the depression is losing concentration. You can't think about anything but the fear and the feeling of sadness, overwhelming sadness. I keep tapping my toes and making it hard for you to watch. Let me do this thing up like that. So, that's for me, panic attack at work. Something about me is I don't get panicked. Like if I've seen car wrecks where people have died and they're laying on the street dead. Where I lived in Long Beach, I live right over Pacific Highway, which is the highway number 1. It goes from the top of California all the way down to the bottom, down to Tijuana. So it's the busiest road in Long Beach. It's not the busiest road in LA. So all this traffic go by. I was in this high accident area. There's this crosswalk. In LA, you have to stop for anybody who walks in the street without a crosswalk. Well, actually, you're supposed to walk in a crosswalk. It's marked. A lot of people don't. They're like foolish. And I've done it too. Hey, I've done it too, but I watch really carefully, make sure there's no one coming, but you can't always be sure. Something just pops out. But these people would walk across the street and get bam. One girl got hit by a motorcycle, probably going about 50, and it's 35 there. She's, I guess, about 55. She hit this pedestrian, this girl, knocked her over, but the girl on the motorcycle went flying almost half a block, went under this car. She was dead, probably on impact, I don't know. And this other girl was lying dead in the street, and I'm looking down from my second floor window, and I'm going, yeah, she's dead. Now, paramedics came, and I saw another dead body in my front yard at that apartment. Now, there was a sense of urgency seeing this dead body, but someone was already working on her, giving her CPR, but I knew she was dead. I'm like, she's dead. And I didn't have panic. I didn't have worry. So I've learned through a lot of emergency situations where I've been injured, other people have been injured, panic doesn't help. if you're an EMT, you don't panic because it does not help you. Now, there's a sense of urgency and there's a heightened adrenaline going in your body to get you sharp and cause you to really be fast. But so I don't normally panic, and when I do, I can control it. And in this case at work, I did control it, but it's scary. It feels like you can't control it. It's going to control you. That's the worrisome part. So that was at work. Overwhelming fear and such. Now, my mind is starting to get almost like the wires. They say it's a common analogy. Wires are getting crossed, and they're all crossed, and they're sparking and firing out of order. Maybe like your computer is going down. It's going. It's flashing over here. When you got a virus in the computer, it's popping up. You can't stop it. You got to take it to the guy, and they charge you, $150 to fix it. And so it's kind of like that. That screen is popping up, and then you close it, and then another one pops up. Forget it. You're done. So it's kind of like that in my brain this week, and that's not normal for me. Okay, that is not normal. I have racing thoughts. It's hard to get out of my head. My head is just constantly moving and thinking quickly, fast, rapid, and a lot of intrusive thoughts. It just pop in. They're not something I do consciously. But this week at work, it's like this fear is up in my head. I can feel it, and it gives me headaches. And in the meantime, I'm doing this really fast, demanding work, physical work. And it's just like revving me up, and almost like you're spinning, you're winding a top, not a top. What's the thing? What's the analogy where you would wind something up and it's very tense? I don't even know. I don't know. Anyways, you know what I mean. And I'm getting wound tight, and I'm gonna jump like a leopard. I got panther. I'm just gonna jump out of myself. It's like I'm gonna jump. It's not me, and my body is just gonna jump because it's scared. So that's me this week. I was able to control it. Some things that I've learned in the counseling program, which are extremely popular nowadays in psychology and counseling field. So, grounding techniques. They really have been helping me, and I'll share with a couple. And sometimes they don't. So if you try these and you're severely depressed, or you're severely anxious and afraid, or you're having a psychosis moments, and we'll share that in a minute, what that is. This can help, and it helps me, and surprisingly, it's been helping this week. What you'll do is you'll breathe in, you'll close your eyes. You do that for as long as you want, really. They say for a few minutes. I can typically do it for like 30 seconds. That's about it. It makes me dizzy. But it grounds you. You're thinking of your breath. You're not thinking of you lost your job, or you're not going to be able to pay the rent, or your wife is leaving you, or you had a fight with your brother or sister or wife or husband. So you're thinking about your breathing, and it centers your body. Now, another thing that I like to do, and at work I don't close my eyes, but I can breathe. Sometimes you can touch yourself. Oh, feel my hands and experience what that feels like. I feel my hands right now. Kind of soft. I feel the ridges in my fingertips, and there's some calluses up here because I play guitar, which I like. I like playing guitar, and I like that I have calluses because I can do better when I have calluses. It shows that I'm devoted to my guitar playing. It makes me happy. Now I'm getting into a place, my happy place. Okay. You can look at, there's one thing called the five senses. I don't think it's called that. It's another technique, grounding technique. Look around the room. What do you see? Well, I see my guitar across the room. I love that guitar. It gives me a feeling of love. What else do I see? I see my blender, see coffee maker. That's a good thing. Coffee, right? Love my coffee. I see my blanket. That's always warm and comfortable in the winter. I see a pencil sharpener over there. I love pencil sharpeners because I always loved school. And it gave me I always felt safe at school. I really did. Such a great time in my life at school. Probably why I'm still in college, because I don't want to leave that. And it's fun to learn. It's fun. It's edifying. It's enabling. It makes you feel important and better and stronger, and makes your mind feel more in control. So, and then I need that. That's grounding. And you can smell. What do you smell? Well, I can't smell because I have allergies and I'm stuffed up. So, yeah, don't smell my fingers. How about smell some lotion? Look at this lotion. You can't see it. It's invisible. That smells nice. That's comfortable. I like that. It gives me a good feeling. Don't put the thing up your nostril though. Aha. Woodstock. Nice and soft. I'm feeling Woodstock. It's pretty difficult to be afraid of Woodstock. Okay? Can't do this at work. Not gonna do it at work. Can't have it. Oops, I'm doing Trump. Can't have it. Can't do it at work. Can't do it in the Oval Office. Or De Niro. Can't have it. Can't do it. No. It's kind of a cross between De Niro and Trump. What else? You can hear. I can hear myself talking, which right now feels good. It feels calming because my voice is calm. It's in a lower register. I'm not hysterical. I'm not angry. I'm talking to people that I feel comfortable with. Why am I tugging on my ear? I'm not Carol Burnett. What else? You can touch. You can smell. You can see. You can hear. What's the other sense? There's 5 of them. I don't remember. You do. So you can use all 5 of those. By the time you're done checking out your experiences with 5 senses, you're going to be feeling calmer generally. Okay. For me, it does work these days. It didn't work before. So don't get panicked if it didn't work for you. Okay. I was going to talk about psychosis because when I said my brain wires were crossing, I felt like I was having a psychotic break, and I have had them before. To me, a psychotic break is when you lose a sense of reality. And it causes you to lose touch with reality, as the Webmd site says. It reads, you might see, hear, or believe things that aren't there or real. And this is Webmd. Psychosis, you scroll over there, is a symptom, not an illness. It's something that happens to you. And it's often caused by extreme stress or trauma. If you had a car accident, suddenly you're out of your mind. You dropped out of reality because you're so afraid, and that adrenaline is pumping. And you lose track. You're outside of your body suddenly. You're looking down, and it's shock, and it's dulled you. It might be something like that for you. It'd be different for other people. Here's the interesting part about psychosis. Here's the symptoms. It starts gradually, and with me this week, it's been this panic, this fear, this anxiety, this paranoia that's building up in me, and it starts gradual, as WebMD says. It can start gradual according to them. You or your family members may notice this. Now, these symptoms don't indicate you're going to have a psychosis or psychotic episode. It doesn't mean that. I've had all of these. Dropping grades or job performance. I just failed 2 classes in the grad program at Malone, and I'm now on probation and remediation. It's killing me inside. I'm so angry about it because I felt like it could have been excused because I missed some deadlines, not on purpose. I did the work, but I forgot to upload it. It's an online course. I forgot to upload it. It was done. I have a file that's dated 5 or so days before the assignment was due. I did the assignment, saved it, and somehow didn't upload it. So I failed this class. Not failed. You get anything lower than a B- is failing in a grad program. So I didn't fail it. I got a C, I think. But to me, it's devastating. I've never failed a class in my entire life. I'm a good student. I know how to study. I know how to write. I'm an English teacher. I've learned how to write. And I'm sorry that I keep looking down. I don't know what the deal is with that. A drop in grades or job performance. Trouble thinking clearly or concentrating. I'm losing track of everything, and my brain is like on fire. Suspiciousness or unease around others. That's me. He hates me. He's looking at me funny. He hates me. He thinks I'm a racist. He thinks I don't like him. He thinks I'm weird. That's me. That's my symptom. Lack of self-care or hygiene. I don't feel like taking a shower, but I do. You'll notice if I don't shave, which I haven't shaved a couple days, like, fuck it, I'm not shaving. I don't care what people think. Spending more time alone than usual. I spend all my time alone. I don't even like being with people. Stronger emotions in situations call for. This is me. These are the symptoms of a possible psychosis coming on. Okay, I've had all these and it didn't lead to psychosis. No emotions at all. I'm feeling nothing. I'm numb. These are symptoms of, these are somatic symptoms, which means they're you can feel them and they register in your body. And it's in my theory and what I've read is that your brain is producing dopamine or serotonin to keep you calm and keep you feeling good. Dopamine's that happy chemical, which is why people get addicted to heroin and other drugs, because it mimics dopamine. So if you can get that, why not? Yeah, don't do it because it's fake. I lost my train of thought now. Psychosis. To me, this is interesting. I've never had hallucinations. I have had hallucinations. Seeing things that aren't there. What I mean by that is, one time I looked in the mirror and I didn't recognize myself. I thought I saw, it seemed like there was some other guy in the mirror. And that was during a time of unbelievable stress. I was in an airport going across the country for work. And job was so stressful. I was a general manager, ran the company, did everything single-handedly. No, that's not true, but everything was on my shoulders. It was the third largest art printer in the country, one of the most respected in the country, but also had a lot of issues in the office and production stuff I had to fix, which I did. Mostly. Anyways, a lot of stress, and you dissociate from your body. You leave almost like you're looking down at your body. That is not a psychotic episode. That's a condition of that's a self-defense mechanism, because your body's in so much fear and so much emotional pain. Your mind takes you up and out because it can't manage it anymore. And at this moment, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting scared. That is not me. Now it had the same features, but it just felt like it wasn't me. Like, oh my God, I'm losing track of myself. Scary. We make choices, and often my choices affect me negatively. But I try to be more careful. Sometimes I make mistakes, and for me, mistakes are the only way to learn. The best way to learn. When you learned to ride a bike, did you just hop on and start riding? No, you had to try it out and figure out, this is the wrong way, this is the right way, and I can do this. Build my confidence. When you play sport, I'm a horrible basketball player, but I know how to dribble, I know how to shoot. When I was 5 and I begged my dad to let me have a basketball, I got a basketball. I couldn't even make it in the basket. Why? Because I had to learn, and I had to struggle, and I had to try, and I had to build my strength. These are things that God puts in us so that we get stronger and we grow and we get smarter. The evolutionists will say it's just evolution, survival of the fittest. Well, it is survival of the fittest. If you're super weak, you won't survive. But, so, I don't even know what I was talking about, why I said all that. Well, let me close. Apparently I'm really lonely, which I am, and that's why I'm talking to you right now. So, good day to you, sir and madam, and you young person. You that may be suffering from a mental disorder and feel alone. You're not alone. 20% of the people have it, but they're not showing it because they're afraid and they're ashamed, and other people don't understand it. So I do, and that's why I'm going to be a counselor, and I'm going to be a damn good one, despite what my professors say often. Can't get your papers on time, you're just going to be horrible. They're going to take your license away because you can't get your papers in on time. What does that have to do with being a good counselor? Honestly. All right, I'm going to get angry now. I'm going to be a better counselor than half of them. Yeah. Okay, good day to you. Thanks for listening. And like, please, so we can get the word out to more people. And share. Who would share an hour-long video? This is excessively long. I think it was good, though. Stop video. Bye.